Morning, Elvis fans. So this is quite an interesting story. It's Red West sat with all the Memphis Mafia and friends of Elvis, and he just discusses a time where he had to protect Elvis.
On another instance, Elvis and Scotty Bill was up there playing, and a fight broke out.
With these sort of early concerts that Elvis gave in the 50s, everything would get very rowdy, and there would be a stampede of fans, and wherever he played, it was just overwhelmed with the amount of people. And sometimes these live concerts or these live performances would just get out of control. There wasn't enough police there to control the crowds. Fights would break out, and this is exactly why Elvis liked a lot of people around him, like all the Memphis Mafia. And Red West obviously is one of the originals that was there to protect him.
Somebody stepped on one of Scotty's somebody's guitar and just went right through it.
Red West refers to Scotty, I'm guessing he means Scotty Moore, the Blue Moon Boys with Bill Black and Elvis. It was formed, the three of them, Elvis, Scotty Moore and Bill Black would play together at these very early live performances in and around Memphis, and they would obviously travel to different live gigs, and it was always pandemonium. And by the sounds of it, someone had stood on a guitar, and then this just made everything just kick off into a fight.
So they start picking the hell in the middle of the show. They start picking things up. The show was over. The fight was going. I mean, they were fighting all over the place. So I'm trying to get Elvis through the crowd out to the parking lot.
Go on about how the fight had broke out. There's no way that the live performance could carry on. And unfortunately, this happened a few times where literally the whole live performance area was so overwhelmed that live gigs would just come to a halt, and the band would have to quickly pack up and get away and leave. Because who knew that this phenomenon was going to be so massive and attract so many tens of thousands of people into these small towns, these small areas, and no one really knew how to control them.
These little girls, can we have your autograph? Elvis, yeah. You know, people flying over it. We got out to the car, and I'm trying to get him in.
Red West and the other guys are laughing about the situation with the screaming teenagers just trying their best to still get a piece of Elvis and get his signature autograph. And just no matter how chaotic it got, even though there was fights breaking out, they still wanted their autograph. So that is funny.
And I'm looking, I'll never forget this, I'm looking at a car over here with 3 or 4 guys pulled this guy out with a beer bottle. They just systematically just pounded him into the dirt.
So these fights would get quite serious, quite dangerous. And obviously Red West and the other guys would just wanted to protect Elvis, keep him safe. I mean, they were literally trying to pull his clothes off him, and they could quite easily scratch him or harm him with no bad intentions, just this fanatical obsession with Elvis and his good looks, and they just wanted to get to him. So Red West had a tough job there, and I expect many, many times Red West and the other guys had protected him and stopped him from being quite seriously hurt. It was literally unbelievable times.
And these fists were flying all around us, you know, and I finally got him in the car, and these little girls kept wanting these autographs.
The 1950s live performances were very special, and Elvis in the beginning, at his prime, still in those early days when they're travelling from town to town performing, and it was inevitable that his fame had grown so massive that these type of performances were going to be far and few between, and eventually had to stop because they couldn't control it, and they were literally it was almost like an invasion wherever Elvis went, and of teenage men and women, but teenage girls and people of all ages as well, all wanting to grab a glimpse of Elvis. Such special times, those early years, magical times, and the rest is history. Thanks a lot.